Glenn, interesting note here on the faceoff. Loyola chooses to double pole.
And Carson Hall wins it cleanly.
And then they put the short stick Vinny Trujillo down on defense, and then he'll sub out.
Yeah, Matt Collison coming off a 3-goal, 2-assist effort against Georgetown last week. He's got it. Dodging left. Trying to get his hands free. Gets inside. Denied by Watkinson. Chauvet fakes the shot a couple of times. Sends it back behind to Melendez.
Yeah, that's where defense has to be really organized. The slide comes from the crease when he goes down the alley. Great check there.
A yard sale. Boy, what a season Remy Reynolds is putting together. Now an opportunity unsettled, 2-on-1, but the trail check is Callahan. Should he have given that up?
I think he should have given it up sooner.
Second shot of the game.
You know, what you have to be careful with Hopkins is the deception this offense produces.
Melendez draws the slide, and again, fortunate that the shot was impacted because Ayers was open.
A couple of midfielders having to stay in and play defense that probably not accustomed to doing so.
Nobody went and picked that up, and that's going to get you every time Melendez gets in front and gets the Blue Jays on the board. No one went to get him.
Well, and you, to my point, you had two Loyola midfielders running to the midline to try to get off the field. And so it became a 6-on-4 and an easy conversion there for Melendez, the Spalding High School product.
His 6th of the season. Blue Jays draw first blood. Still 30 on the possession clock, and it is coming down sideways at the moment. Move made by Everhart. He fakes the pass, and he delivers.
Great job there by Keenan Everhart. I know he's one of your favorites, Glenn, but I think what you saw there is Hopkins did not play the big little situation behind. And I think they were guessing. I think they probably looked at their scout and saw Everhart likes to go to his right. They hesitated. He goes to his left, slides late, easy conversion.
Scored the first 2 goals of his career last Saturday, including a dramatic goal with 2.2 seconds left in the 4th.
It does not bode well when you're playing against a team like Hopkins that can be incredibly opportunistic with every turnover.
Under 2 minutes to play in this first quarter. The feed in front, but Watkinson able to deny Ayers.
No pun intended, Glenn. They have been stout.
Yeah. Opponents have scored just twice in 10 opportunities so far this season. Step down. Oh, a rifle. Banging it home. McGorry.
With 2.7 seconds left on the clock. Nothing fancy from that offensive set by Loyola. Hopkins pressuring the ball. It looks like just the backside defender forgot where he was from a spacing perspective and lost McGrory. As you see here, it's nothing too complicated, right? Loyola basically operating in almost a 3-3 or a 2-1-2, and they just lose sight of McGrory, who's not known as a scorer.
Not at all, but boy, he's got a shot.
To this type of surface.
Although this time of year, they're typically still playing indoors.
Oh, see, here's a challenge right here. You got Collison on the short stick.
Oh, and he feeds it right in front. Oh, my gosh, how did Watkinson come up with that? Down to 10 on the penalty. Minikis keeps it moving. And fed down underneath. Great work. And getting free in front, Henry Haberman makes it 3-1.
Yeah, really, the hero for that play, Glenn, is number 7, Matt Minikis, who's a threat to shoot from up top. But then Haberman with the incredible presence of mind to sneak on the inside and convert.
The opportunity.
You know, sometimes those decisions are based on how you play in practice. Sometimes it's just a hunch, right? Sometimes it's showing somebody that Hopkins hasn't seen.
And stepping in, English didn't have a ton on that shot. Yeah. Shoots it right into the body of Watkinson.
Because he's one of the more athletic players that can probably stretch a defense a little bit. As you see that slide there, comes really fast from Smith.
5 seconds. Everhart, was he hooked? No flag comes out.
He may have been hooked, but he was hooked legally, Glenn.
And Phillips. Hopkins trying to solve this Loyola defense. They're on the wrong end of a 3-0 run at the moment. Yet to score in the second quarter. Now getting free, but Watkinson comes up with another one. This time it's Rawson he denies.
Well, this is a big ground ball. You got to get it out of your zone. First time ground ball. Great job there by Wilson. And Loyola now is going to have a break.
And they got numbers. Ahead, that shot. Ooh, a good look from Minikis. Not on target, and they're going to say the other way.
The problem with your Loyola is you're either, if you choose not to slide, he's going to get an open shot. If you choose to slide, the slide's going to have to come quick.
And this will be the first failed clear of the day for the Hounds, as Colhoun knocks it down, and it leads to an opportunity in front. And the Jays will cash it in to cut it back to a one-goal game.
Yeah, you can see how quickly that can occur. Remy Reynolds, great player, uncharacteristic mistake there, as he tries to put a little bit too much touch on that clearing pass. Easy conversion there for Hopkins.
Melendez makes it 3-2, his second of the game and his 7th of the season. Give Patrick Hackler the assist, his first point of the season.
Watkinson begging for a crease call, does not get it. Yeah, to me that was pretty easy, Glenn. I think even someone like you probably could have.
Well, let's not go too far.
Gotten that one.
I get it.
But point well taken. Carson
Hall back out there, but another face-off win for the Jays. This one clean. Callahan all the way in, but Watkinson comes up with it. Instead, send it back behind. Hopkins trying to move fairly quickly on this possession.
Slide comes quickly from the crease. Now they go backside. Collison has it, but doesn't take it to the cage.
Down to 12 seconds and perfectly placed right in front. Bauer cutting in. That's textbook.
Yeah, it's textbook. They go from strong side to weak side with Collison. When Collison gets it, defense is very alert. He then goes backside to Melendez. You have a tendency to relax and not follow the action that's going on in the crease. As you see, it goes backside to Melendez. They lose the cutter with all the confusion. 3-3.
First of the game for Dylan Bauer, his 3rd of the season. Still 9 seconds left, so if you can win this clean, there is time to try to push. Greyhounds trying to go back in front. West sends it back to X. Again, down underneath 20 seconds. Everhart feeds it up top, McCarthy, and then from well outside. How did that get through?
Well, two things. I wonder if it was tipped, almost like a hockey goal, but you see Stout pointing himself. I wonder if Stout thought that was going wide of the cage. And again, Minikis is not known as someone that's going to really stretch the field. Curious to see what happens here on the replay. I'm shocked that Everhart doesn't take that matchup, but then they swing it to the middle. See how his head looks? It looks like he's almost thinking it's going to the outside.
Well, I wonder if he was also screened a little bit there.
Might have been.
This has been the story of the game. Methodical, nobody in a rush. Fed up top to Chauvet. Chauvet gets free to his left, but right into the stick of Max Watkinson. Of course, as we saw a week ago when Greyhounds were holding Spanos in check for a little while against Maryland, didn't take long for him to get going. Now getting free in front, shooting low and scoring. Ooh, the Hounds are feeling it with a great start to this 3rd quarter and the first goal of the day for Brady Quinn.
The second time today where Loyola has scored 6-on-6 where they invert behind and they score with a short stick going to the left side with the pick appearing as if it's going to be for his right side. So that deception is causing Hopkins some challenges there as they want to overplay that side.
They've matched their largest lead of the game at 5-3.
Glenn, I stand corrected.
Why?
Sidney Crosby was not 88.
Oh, that's right, but you know what? Loyola's got a 3rd goal in the span of 5 minutes, and Kyle McCarthy makes it 6-3.
Great job there, great patience there by Loyola offensively. As you see Murphy drag the defender down the alley. Now the slide comes late, and it comes from a long angle, which opens up the opportunity for McCarthy as he goes high to high and converts.
First career goal for Kyle McCarthy after his first career assist. He's coming to life.
Continuing to develop his stick skills and understanding of the game and being able to handle the speed.
But I think you talked about it with Minikis earlier. Loyola needs someone who can stretch the defense. They'll get back, but not in time to stop. Cutting in front, Russell Melendez, his 3rd of the game.
Yeah, well, Tyler Olson is a freshman. He's a short stick freshman from Colorado, and he's getting an education today on how to play better on-ball defense, because it starts here. He plays top side high, gets beat to the inside, goes backside to Melendez, and then the slide is too late. It's a tough angle.
Chauvet trying to get free.
Really prohibiting Phillips from getting on the inside, which he wants to do.
Now Melendez trying to make his move again. He's been the hot hand. Back on the turf. And a good screen set up by Collison to allow that ground ball, but down under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Fed to the middle again, textbook. Stuart Phillips puts it home off the feed from English.
Yeah, and you're seeing the breakdown again, as we saw last week with the short stick D middies for Loyola, where Trujillo has a mental lapse, gets beat on the inside as the clock was under 10. So we've seen 2 goals here that have really started with lackluster play by the short stick D middies. As you see, Trujillo's head is looking to the left when the ball's behind. He loses.
Phillips with his first of the game, his third of the season. One of the many Canadians on this Johns Hopkins roster. And he was dealing with an injury coming into the start of the season. Charlie Toomey had told us that he thought he would be part of the equation once he got healthy. So they give him a look today. Now Hopkins looking for an equalizer. Watkinson able to deny. Lead cut back down to 1. Owen Murphy drifts towards the corner. Past the midway point of this third quarter. Murphy up top. Oh, a skip shot from Minikis goes.
Well, 2 for 2 from Minikis as they're slow to slide to his hands. Murphy not really a threat to score from that angle, but Stout may be confused. He's late to get low. Maybe he thinks Minikis is going low to high, so he's guessing a little bit. Same set that you've seen from Loyola for most of this game. Invert behind, try to get pressure at goal line extended. They lose Minikis, quick release, 5-hole and goal.
Hopkins has now won 8 of 14 face-off attempts on the game, most of which have been taken by Callahan. He's 8 of 12, and there's a quick goal. We've been waiting to see if Collison would get involved. And it's a 1-goal game again.
Yeah, well, he's involved now. And I don't know, Glenn, if this is so much poor play by Trujillo up top as Hopkins really stretches it out. It looks to me like maybe Loyola slid too soon. You're asking a lot for a short stick D-midi in today's game to stop pressure here. Maybe a little bit loose on the inside, and you see the slide probably was unnecessary, in my opinion. You got Merrick Seaman on the as a short stick D-midi for Loyola, who's got caught up.
Pile up. Melendez gets in front, skips it over. Chauvet not on target.
And that is where he is lethal, boy. That catch and release, and he can use the defender as a screen. Yeah, you see Smith there. He's just so tough on ball. Textbook defense, stick on gloves, applying pressure.
Everhart sends it up top. Step down from Chapman, denied by Stout. Ground ball still free. Quinn comes up with it, but then gets decked. And gets it back.
Boy, that's a big ground ball by Loyola. I thought they might have had a penalty you work on over and over again, the 2-on-1 ground ball. And they really did a great job with communication. You see again, they're dragging Trujillo up top. Slide comes early.
Collison fakes, then
Deadly
shoots.
shooter on the inside. Let's see if Loyola can get a break.
Bounces right on Watkinson. He comes out of the cage and loses it in a lot of trouble. And that's going to be an equalizer. Phillips comes away with it. Watkinson out of the cage. Didn't hear the footsteps.
I don't quite understand what Watkinson is upset about, Glenn. But to me, it's a mistake by him. He makes a fantastic save.
Does he think he's still in the crease?
He doesn't. Yeah, he's outside the crease. He doesn't understand that Melendez behind him. Does he think he got pushed from behind?
West trying to engage. Wanted to see if there was a path in front. There wasn't, so he backs it out. Now Everhart makes his move. Shot stopped by Stout.
Over to the weak side for Murphy. Slide comes quickly.
No, oh, a big hit. DeChico again making a couple of plays on this possession for the Blue Jays.
Well, it's a big hit, but probably a bad decision by Minikis. He goes right back into the team for the defense.
Sends it back behind. Melendez Melendez has been the
Here we
creator.
go. This is dangerous here. Reynolds does a nice job. You have 3 guys going to the ball. Loyola gets real lucky.
Thrown away.
You had 3 guys converging on Collison. Fourth quarter, probably getting a little tired. Change of pace. You got to be careful with Hopkins in particular about losing your assignment on the inside.
And that's exactly what they do, but Watkinson bails him out, denying Phillips.
If they didn't call a penalty, they're going
right.
And you got an opportunity for another one there on number 7.
Yeah, Dylan Bauer trying to get his money's worth for it. 6 minutes to play. Quinn. Murphy steps down and whizzes it home. What a shot from Luke Murphy.
What a shot is correct, but Glenn, it was uncharacteristic of that set, right? Typically that set goes up top to Murphy in this case, and then he swings it to the weak side for probably a dodge down the alley. But in this instance, he decides to let it go. The slide's late as a result. Great selection going offside low on Stout.
Hopkins has had to play catch up for most of the day today. English nearly got free.
Yeah, but nearly is right. Chase Gregory doesn't let him do it. That's huge. Oh, boy.
And now Chauvet. Oh, he's got a path in front. Chauvet and Watkinson again.
This is a big ground ball. This is a massive ground
what
ball
a ground
by Wilson.
ball. Spinning free. Bauer.
They got what they want here.
Bauer trying to get free in front.
Oh,
The flag comes out. Collison with the fake, gets a better look and scores.
And similar to what we saw last week, late in the game, uncharacteristic decisions defensively by Loyola. Great look across the cage to the weak side, and then Collison really patient. As you see, Loyola, you have 2 defenders there with a player that's fading away from the cage, and then Collison, your old school face dodge, easy conversion. 8-8, 119, Glenn, here we go.
Opposite side, Collison. He's got Loyola moving. Fed down underneath to Chauvet.
So it's like it kind of comes down to Glenn, like who's going to take the shot, right? Who's going to be the hero?
And the step down is
And the
Melendez.
hero is going to be Melendez, number 31, as he beats Watkinson low.
What a day it's been for Russell Melendez, his 4th of the game. 41 seconds remaining. Johns Hopkins back in front.
You see, sometimes, Glenn, it's like who has the guts to take this shot? And that's half the battle. And Melendez is a gamer, as we know. The slide is late. There's too much room there from Callahan, and that's a fairly easy conversion for someone at his level.
They drew something up. They were planning on a face-off win. Everhart loses the ball but gets it back. 20 seconds, though. Don't have time to waste. They scored with 2 seconds left last week. This time they're going to throw it away.
Well, that's an inexperienced offense, Glenn, in a big moment. Realizing that they may have more time than they thought. Wasn't a great look, a great option, and it looks like, unfortunately, if you're a Loyola fan, you're going to be denied a victory today.
It's going to be back-to-back weeks of heartbreak in big games. Boy, Loyola has come to play each of these last 2 weeks, but they have not been able to come up with a marquee victory. And Johns Hopkins, for the 2nd time this season, has to survive on the road, but they do it as the Blue Jays pick up a 9-8 win.